We want to get to our Rafael Sanchez Cruz now. He has been out there not too far away from where this all took place today, talking with some of our neighbors who are rightfully concerned about their safety and also what happens next, and these two guardsmen as well. Rafa, what are you hearing from folks out there?
Yeah, Lorenzo, slowly we've been seeing people who were in the blocked off area slowly coming out. Some saying they were staying in hotels, some saying they were at work, and now they're being allowed to kind of come out. We've been chatting with some people. I spoke to two foreign students who say they stay at a hotel that's not far from where the shooting took place. And I was kind of just walking them through that scenario, and they were kind of just stunned to hear what had happened. And everyone's first question is, how are these two members of the National Guard doing? And of course, that's a question that we all have tonight. But people are just kind of sharing their sentiment. But we were talking, yes, it is a holiday. It seems that usually a lot of people aren't in DC, but we actually have a lot of people staying in the nearby hotels for the holiday. So they're kind of, some are not being allowed to enter, but they are being allowed to exit slowly. And those who do work in this area were telling me, as we heard from Lara earlier, who was saying, look, they were outside the metro stops. It made me feel a little bit more comfortable. Just having those extra eyes and that visibility gave people some peace. So hearing the news of what happened of the shooting, obviously hitting hard for a lot of people. And I guess a lot of the people just also still grappling with the details of 500 additional National Guard troops and wondering how they will be deployed into the city and how they will be strategically used. Common question that we're getting: were the two guardsmen who were shot today, were they carrying guns? As according to what officials told us, they were armed. And other people are just wondering, well, how will this change the landscape of the downtown area? Will they concentrate the additional troops in this area? We still don't know. I've been reaching out to city officials and sources there. They're telling me that right now it doesn't seem like there will be any press update. I will say U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro is supposed to be on scene. I saw her staff members arrive early into the scene and kind of trying to assess the situation. It's possible that we will hear from her. We know that she does provide continuous updates and availability for the news to kind of keep us up to date, more than just knowing that they will go to the furthest extent of the law on this case. But I'm wondering if right now we'll get any indication whether we have any sound, because as the conversation here in DC has been continuing regarding the presence of the National Guard, there's been the conversation of will they be participating in police enforcement? What is their role? Are they trained? We heard Kash Patel today saying that, that due to the training that these troops have received is why this situation did not turn into an incident where other people were injured. I know it's still unconfirmed, other injuries involved in the situation, and it seems like the limited information that we had, it was resolved pretty quickly. But that's been an ongoing conversation among DC residents, and knowing that confirmation that these soldiers really stepped in, were able to detain the suspect as law enforcement arrived on scene is kind of the how this is all supposed to play out. But now it's not going just based on what DC officials are telling us. Now we're seeing the incident of how it actually is played out in the worst case of scenarios. So we heard FBI Director Kash Patel really double down on that messaging, saying, look, they should be here. They are trained. They are doing the best. And the reason that we're seeing a safe DC is because of that. I know if we ask DC officials, they're also willing to tout the efforts that happened before the federal surge, right? All the additional enforcement that they've been doing, the extra hours that police have been putting in, and the actual community work. Also, our community organizers who have been putting in the work to kind of drive down that historic crime that we saw in 2023 that was so often used to justify the increase of the federal surge.